If a professional Geoguessr player was standing still in a real-life location, they'll find it easier than the game in several ways. In what major way is the opposite true? That being there for real is harder than Geoguessr. I'll say that again. If a professional Geoguessr player was standing still in a real-life location, they'll find it easier than the game in several ways. In what major way is the opposite true? That being there for real is harder than Geoguessr.
Do any of you play Geoguessr?
What's geoguessing?
Yeah. What about you, Soph?
I don't play it, but I know of it. Is it that the one where you're dropped in a random location, then you have to work out exactly where you are?
Yeah. You get you try and estimate how far you are from the actual location. It's just based on Google Maps. It'll plop you down and you can move around a bit, but you have to guess based on the original location that you were dropped. Where are you?
It's a Google Street View image. You're shown a 360 panorama of Google Street View, and you have to pinpoint it on a map. And sometimes you can wander around, sometimes it's locked in one place, but that's the basic game there.
Some people are incredible too. They have a world championship series, and the best at it can guess locations within 20 seconds. It's insane. And they pick up on all these little things. I was watching an interview with the guy where he says okay, I see this telephone pole and it's got these 3 horizontal yellow bars on it, which 99% of the time means I'm in California. Stuff like that.
Wild, yeah.
They're really, really good at it.
Have you ever played it, Julian?
I have with some friends on a game night. I'm not particularly good at it because I'm not very worldly, but it's fun. Yeah, you can move around though, is to me, that's a big advantage, right? You can actually travel huge distances and not a lot of time, and you can find a sign that has the county school name on it or something, and that'll help.
Can you look up if you're up or down?
Yeah, it's full 360.
So you can't do that if you're physically there, right? Because can you fly?
No, you can't fly. You're on street level.
Oh, okay. You're on street level.
It is just a picture of the world taken from a place.
If you're physically there, you would know what time it was. Maybe it's something to do with time and this where the sun is, and I don't know. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Or thanks guys.
I've seen professional geoguessers know the latitude they're at based on the height the sun is in the sky.
On GeoGuessr, can you zoom on things? Is that if a sign was far away, you can't do that?
But there's a limit to the resolution, but
I know, okay, fair.
But you can move closer to it in GeoGuessr. You can click on the road and keep moving.
Okay.
I guess if you were there personally, you would know the travel time from whenever you started till you got there. So if it's 15 hours later, even if you were blindfolded, I was definitely on an airplane. But
you'd be able to hear languages and all sorts of things.
There's so many ways that's easier, yeah.
We're looking for something that makes being there for real harder than Geoguessr.
People lying to you. When where am I? You're in Spain.
You are in Boston. Park the car in Harvard Yard.
Fickle nature of trusting other people. That would make it more difficult. Yeah, that's class.
Make it harder being there in person. Do you have to stay in that one spot? Can you move about?
You can move quicker in GeoGuessr. Probably you can really zoom around.
No, let's assume everyone's staying still here. So game mode where you're staying still, you've got to stay still.
Well, in GeoGuessr, if you got dropped in a road, you'd be fine. But in real life, if you got dropped in a road, you'd get hit by a car.
Serious risk of vehicular injury.
But that's not the answer.
I do like where your head's at, though.
You said something earlier, Tina, about looking up and down.
Oh, I think we might have been on it where the sun doesn't move in the Google Street View images because it was taken at a specific time and always stays that way, but or your shadow, the shadow's always constant in GeoGuessr, but it's not in real life.
No, I don't think that'd help.
You'd get sunburnt in real life. You wouldn't. I'm just thinking of different ways it's more precarious to exist.
Let me try looking up and see how I feel.
Real tiring, isn't it?
How are the Google Street View images taken? What's the process there?
on a car with cameras all over it, right?
Mm-hmm.
An immediate thing is you can see what side of the road the car is on, the Google Street View car is on, but then that doesn't really will it down that much.
I think in person you'd figure it out.
Yeah, exactly. And then in person you'd figure that out pretty quickly.
Yeah, it wouldn't take too long.
Okay, the car, but does the car, you can't see the license plate of the car.
But it takes one simultaneous image in 360, right? So everything's frozen in the exact same moment. Mm-hmm. Whereas if you're looking around, things move about. But how would that make it more difficult?
Perhaps phrase it the other way. What might the Google Street View style of image and that car make easier?
What would the car... So cars go on other sides of roads, but they have license plates.
You can't see the ground? Don't know what the weather's like?
You can't see the ground. What can you see instead?
The bottom of the car.
I mean, the license plate usually tells you the country or the state or the...
Yeah, but you could see that in real life as well. So what about the Google car?
Yeah, as a car goes by.
Well, we're thinking... Yeah.
Can you see the car itself? If it's like a SUV, you know it's America, and if it's like a little Citroen, you know it's Europe, or...
Yeah! Basically, that's it. The car itself is the clue.
Oh my god, okay.
Well, Google uses different types of cars.
Yes.
Okay. So Google uses different cars for the Google Maps in different countries.
It's all subcontracted. It is not the same car everywhere in the world. So if you'd like to cheat a little bit at Geoguessr, you can memorize which cars are used in which regions.
Oh, and that's why it's specifically the Google car that's useful rather than just you being there and seeing any random car.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh.
Wow.
Okay. Hot tip.
Yeah.
I got some for the next game night.
If you look down, you can only see the front tip of the car. It might be Botswana. If the car is red, it might be Ukraine or Belgium. If there's a giant tent on the back, it's probably Mongolia. Like, Geoguessr pros, and apparently this is a thing, will just have this memorized list of, oh, no, it's that country because that weird feature.
I wonder if in any countries it's just like a guy with a selfie stick running around and you look down.
Yes, it
There's
is.
No
Tom
way,
or whoever.
There are a few places that cars cannot go, that it's a guy with a backpack or it's on a trike or something like that, and they will memorize all of this.
That's so funny.
That's a really cool job. How do I get this job?
The Lateral book is out now. Just click on the link to get your copy.